This is TWiT.
A lot of the changes that Facebook is making is because they're being forced to by the regulations, but they're not necessarily talking about that, and neither are average people. Like, they're making it the story of, like, we heard Cambridge Analytica, we heard that this is upsetting, we want to change it, we're going to do this and this and this, but it's not really because of that, it's because of the regulation. But it seems to me like either we don't want to listen to that part of it, or they're kind of hiding it and making it more about feelings. So it's just weird that the two have come at the exact same time.
Well, I think, so far their response has been, we are so sorry that there was a bad actor who did bad things using features that we've now gotten rid of. Mm-hmm. So the problem's taken care of. We found the bad actor, and we shut off those features. So problem solved. No, it's not. Yeah. While it's true that now people cannot hoover up data from Facebook and use it in the way that Cambridge Analytica used it anymore, what is still true is anybody can go on that self-service app and buy any audience they want and target them with any message they want to. And the work of figuring out which message is okay to target to people and which people and which message is not okay is work that is beyond the scope of a market-driven company. That is a conversation that a society should have, not a company. And I think that it's that slowly dawning realization that we have built an almost perfect influence machine that is at the core of what we need to understand. Facebook has acquired the public square. And as a society, we are realizing that our public commons is no longer truly public. And we are trying to understand, what does that mean? How do we once again make the commons public? And what does that mean? What does public mean? And this is at a moment when, at least in the United States and in the UK as well, we're in a populist moment of revolt over the concept of failed government. So we are very suspicious of public because we don't think it works. And this is a dangerous moment. And this is one of at the forum, the NewCo Shift forum, we had one of the major themes that we discussed was the future of democracy. And we had former world leaders from places like Latvia, the president of Latvia after the fall of the Soviet Union, Bolivia, and the Secretary General of the Organization of American States, who's currently dealing with Venezuela right now, and former prime ministers of Canada, debating what is democracy and how does technology impact democracy? The idea that that conversation would have happened even 2 or 3 years ago is kind of laughable, but now it's very serious because democracy, it turns out, is on the retreat. We in the United States seem, it's, everything's always going up and to the right. No, democracy is going down and to the right. And, we've lost Turkey, we've lost Hungary, we're losing Poland. And the former president of Latvia is pretty sure Latvia's next. We lost Crimea. We lost Russia. I hate to be kind of a negative Cassandra here, but we're starting to lose America as far as I'm concerned when it comes to democracy. And Cambridge Analytica is sort of a strong proof point. As is the fact that we have a humongous surge in white nationalism, which has been driven in no small part by former KGB agents in St. Petersburg who pretend to be white nationalist YouTubers. And they create this content that is driven by the honeypot algorithms of YouTube to draw in disaffected, isolated, disconnected, unhappy young people into a philosophy that essentially is religious conversion to anti-democratic values. If I were saying shit like this 2 or 3 years ago, you'd probably not even put me on this show. But there is so much proof of this now, and it is so real that you cannot say it's just a conspiracy theory. It's happening. Mm-hmm. And so this, I hope I'm making the point, is a bigger story than how does Facebook respond to a crisis of a company that misused data. This is a bigger story than how does YouTube implement AI and machine learning to get rid of weird YouTube videos that are inappropriate for children. This is a story of massively powerful platforms that we do not understand well enough and that we need to get our arms around. And we should not expect, I'm not saying we should not trust, I'm saying we should not expect the people who run these companies to be responsible for fixing this, because this is the intersection of two of the most powerful forces in the last 2 centuries, technology and democracy. And these two forces have collided in a way that has created a spectacular, car wreck. And we need to understand what's just happened and what is happening. And we need to respond in a thoughtful and, non-crisis mode way. You can't just slap AI and say everything's cool. I mean, I cannot believe that, any journalist who asks Facebook, hey, are you prepared for the midterm elections? I'm not kidding. Their response is, we totally got it.